Lead Me to the Cross, an online vlog retreat for Holy Week. I am Father Mark Stefan Giese, and this is my online retreat. Part 4, Tuesday of the Holy Week. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Reclining at table with his disciples, Jesus was deeply troubled and testified, "Amen, amen, I say to you, one of you will betray me." The disciples looked at one another, at a loss as to whom he meant. One of his disciples, the one whom Jesus loved, was reclining at Jesus' side. So Simon Peter nodded to him to find out whom he meant. He leaned back against Jesus' chest and said to him, "Master, who is it?" Jesus answered, "It is the one to whom I hand the morsel after I have dipped it." So he dipped the morsel and took it and handed it to Judas, son of Simon the Iscariot. After Judas took the morsel, Satan entered him. So Jesus said to him, "What you are going to do, do quickly." Now, none of those reclining at table realized why he said this to him. Some thought that since Judas kept the money bag, Jesus had told him, "Buy what we need for the feast, or to give something to the poor." So Judas took the morsel and left at once. And it was night. When he had left, Jesus said, "Now is the Son of Man glorified, and God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself, and he will glorify him at once. My children, I will be with you only a little while longer. You will look for me, and as I told the Jews, where I go, you cannot come. So now I say it to you." Simon Peter said to him, "Master, where you go?" Jesus answered him, "Where I am going, you cannot follow me now, though you will follow me later." Peter said to him, "Master, why can I not follow you now? I will lay down my life for you." Jesus answered, "Will you lay down your life for me? Amen, amen, I say to you, the cock will not crow before you deny me 3 times. The Gospel of today is already situated in the upper room in the environment of the Last Supper. And the Church invites us to meditate on the mysteries of this night already before, because it's so dense, there's so many different angles, so many different events that happen, so many perspectives we could take, that it's good to stretch it a little bit. And yes, we have already in this Gospel Judas very central, but I would like to invite you to meditate on Judas tomorrow, on Spice Wednesday. So that we today can look at the other disciples and at Jesus himself. And yes, imagine this moment. They are sitting together and Jesus tells them that everything he has alluded to will become real. His suffering. He's going away to a place they cannot follow for now. They will eventually follow him, but not now. And then even that one will betray him. Just imagine the silence, this awkward silence in this moment. And all are thinking, who can say something? And here in the Gospel of John, even Peter becomes insecure. And he asks the other disciple, who is normally identified with John himself, to take the lead and to talk. And then all the other things happen and all the interactions are happening. So the first point I would like you to meditate is actually this silence. This moment when everyone thinks, is it me? Should I do this? Do I have it? Why should I do that? Why should anyone do that? All these thoughts. You can think about the perspective of Peter or of John, who finally asks, or one of the other disciples. Choose and meditate this silence. Let the feeling come up in your heart. Point number 2 can be to take Peter's perspective and the different emotions he has to undergo in these short 14 verses of the Gospel. First, the silence, we had it before. So he asks John, please, it's delicate, you ask him. Which is for Peter already something, because he normally is the person who takes the word, even in difficult situations. And then the answer and so on. And then he comes back to his normal power. I will lay my life down for you, O Christ. So confidence, and even the will to follow him to the cross. But then again, the emotions change. And he gets this harsh reaction from Christ. Even a little ironic, sarcastic. Will you lay down your life for me tonight? No, you will not. You will deny me. How does this feel for Peter? And point number 3, once again the perspective of Jesus. How does he feel in the different moments of this text? He is moved very strongly in the beginning when he announces what will happen. And then the reactions, then the moment when Judas really decides to do it. And then Peter, once again, a lot of words, but he who talks the talk will not walk the walk. Not yet. This must have had an impression on what Jesus was thinking and what he was feeling. Try to grasp this too. So once again, the 3 points. Try to feel the awkward silence in the beginning. How do the disciples react in their hearts to this announcement of Jesus, that one of them will betray the Master? Secondly, go on the emotional roller coaster with Peter. Without confidence, a lot of confidence, and then Jesus' harsh words. And third point, the perspective of Jesus. How does he feel in these moments? And at the end of the meditation, as always, try to talk with Jesus like a friend talks with a friend. Tell him what you have felt during your meditation. Which of the perspectives, which of the persons of this gospel passage was most interesting for you? Where you felt the most? And try to discuss with him how you would react in this situation.